drawing screen. So we got about 3 different ideas to draw today. If I can get my paper. Good gravy. We got 3 little map ideas. The first one is kind of more of a town that's got like ruins hidden around it, and those ruins lead to a church. And there's a dungeon we can do with that as well. I don't really have a bad guy or anything like that with it. I've just got the town and the potential dungeon. Town number 2 is a wizard tower that is in the dead center of this very large steampunk-themed town where everything outside of the factory and the wizard tower, the residential areas, are all kind of run down. So that would give us at least making that really industrial style map, and maybe going over to Hero Forge and creating our wizard. My third one is a lizard folk swampland, with more like our hut we did, our bandit camp we did yesterday, but it's in more of a swampland, and in the center of it is this large crypt that all of the lizard folk are working so hard to protect, and there's a secret inside that crypt that could end up being a pretty good dungeon drawing. So if you got any suggestions right off the bat, let's go for it. If not, I think we're just gonna go ahead and start with the first one. But what would you guys like? Just gonna give you a couple minutes to kind of think of an idea. And also, if I don't hear a Lord Farquaad, 3, pick number 3, my lord, I might be a little upset. Not Lord Farquaad, but you know what I mean, Shrek. Okay, so no, I don't think we're gonna start with number 3. Let's go ahead and do the ruins and the puzzles. And if we get far enough into this, we could even create maybe a main character for this, just so we get a little bit of the Hero Forge action too, because that is fun. So let's see here. So we need some ruins. And I think that these ruins would be kind of more like rock structures, like pillars almost. So we're just gonna do kind of a rock like that. And we're gonna make a couple of them right beside each other. Some big rocks. And what we can do to make our important ruin stand out is we will probably either give it a little different color or something, or definitely highlight around it to kind of drag the eye towards it. Let's see. The town. How big do we want the town? Oh, I haven't told you the best part about the puzzles and stuff. All of these puzzles lead to a secret door in our church. In the local church. So we're gonna need that local church. We're gonna start with him. I'm gonna rotate our world around a little bit. And our church is gonna be this larger, not quite cathedral, but very simple town. You got an entrance, elongated here, and they like round open areas. That's probably where they do I can't think of my words. The owner of the church, the priest or something, communicates inside here. Everybody kind of just sits and gathers around. There's like a big kitchen, something like that. We'll have fun with that part later. But we need to keep the people in there warm, so we need a little bit of a fireplace. So that is going to be our church. That weird little shape. It stands out, and that's what we want. Now, we've got one ruin. Let's get another one. Let's get it way out here. This one's a little more clean. It's got some trees around it. Kind of more like a memorial than anything. In fact, we're going to have there be a graveyard there. They built this graveyard around this memorial, this ruin. And they've had a couple tombstones around. I'm a little shaky, so I do apologize. It's okay. Yeah. And there's gonna be a little rock in there. Yeah, a little graveyard. Now, we got one ruin, we got a second ruin. Puzzles work best in threes, so let's just hide another one somewhere. Once I figure out where. Actually, I do want a little bit of a river running through here. So we're gonna start this time by making a bridge kind of where I think it would be good for that river to be passing through. Doing a real simple, real easy bridge. We're not going to add any details to it yet. Details come later. But let's get that water line going. Oh yeah. If you need to draw a really wavy river, being shaky makes it super easy. Okay, there we go. And it's just gonna come straight on down. Yeah. That way we can utilize a lot of this space over here. So, right off the bat, I think what we're gonna do is put that third ruin. They built the bridge as close to over it as possible. Or maybe the river wasn't really that high and... I don't know, we'll have some fun with that. Now, let's see here. So, we've got our first little puzzle piece, our second little puzzle piece, our third one that's kind of hiding under the bridge. Hey, we may even throw a troll under there. But let's go ahead and start getting some residential people in here. So, these guys... we're just gonna do simple little houses everywhere. I figure that they probably won't be as structured as some of our other like towns and not towns, but yeah, towns are. This is gonna be more like a village. Oh my gosh, words! They do be hard today. So let's get some houses around. They don't need to be very big houses. What I do want to also add, though, is some trees. We need to get some stuff in here to kind of make our puzzles not so obvious. But right beside this rock, we had somebody who really thought a tavern would be really nice right beside it. So they built this nice big little tavern. Yes, them words be good. And we got some people living beside it. Gotta get some trees in here. And I'm kind of sticking with the same concept as we did with yesterday's, just the same kind of trees. Let's see here. So we've got this large open area. I kind of want there to be one large centralized tree. And we're gonna actually end up painting this tree, coloring this tree pink. And it's gonna have rocks and everything. It's gonna be the only really pink tree we've got here, kind of like a big cherry blossom that brings the whole town together, village together. So it'll definitely stand out. It'll give us a little more oomph. Oh no, I didn't want to put a little tree here, but that's okay. It's okay. What we're also gonna do is a little hedge, we got tiny little trees around it. Yeah, but they'll all be green. That's okay. And maybe another little flower garden or something here. That's okay. Just happy little accidents. We'll make it work. Let's get another house out here. Nobody wanted to live this close to the graveyard. Kinda gave them the heebie-jeebies. So let's get some more trees around here. Like, this house here, he's the closest one who wanted to. Everybody else was a little more anxious about living around it. And then everybody's got to have their riverfront properties. So let's get some more houses along here. That's a little bit longer of a house, but that's okay. I think I am going to adjust our music. I enjoy this, but this just a little much for me. Let's go with this one. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot calmer. What's funny is it's Mario and chill, so like this is quote Rainbow Road. So not supposed to be all that chill, but this is definitely calming, relaxing. And yeah, we're gonna have some houses on the other side of the river too. Gotta give some trees too. And am I drawing too low? Just a little bit. So, right down here, get a small tree. Now let's get a nice, good sized boulder. Oh, I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. It's going right there. Give me just a second as I grab a quick drink. Gotta keep hydrated, it's always good for you. Alright, we need a couple houses closer to this church. Nobody wants to walk this far distance or anything. So let's get some right over here. In fact, that one is going to be a general store. Let's go with that. Tiny little general store. They probably got your basic remedies, some ropes, stuff needed. We need farms. Oh my goodness, we need to feed these people. Because right now, if we kind of count our houses, we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and you're roughly 2 to 3 people per town. We're gonna need some food. These guys gonna be hungry. So, first things first, I want to get a warehouse in here. We're gonna put it about right here. Nice big warehouse / granary. This is where they're gonna take care of putting in all their food and resources. Let's get some more houses here. And I think our farmland is gonna be all back behind here. I do want some trees to kind of, so when they're when it's windy and stuff, we're not destroying our poor cemetery here, because that's a really good sized church. They're probably taking really good care of the cemetery. They probably they don't want nothing hurting it, damaging it, anything like that. So let's get plenty of trees, just a nice healthy windbreaker. Now our farms, let's go. Let's see, make sure I'm in page here. I think something about like that, that'll be one farm. And a secondary farm here. And I'm just going with squares here. These guys, they're not coordinated enough to build city blocks, but they got square farms. They do what they gotta do. And do we want an orchard? Yes we do, and I'm gonna... So our orchard here, in our Thieves Guild down below, they've got a cellar and spot where they make all of this wine and alcohol and stuff, and they send it off and make money where they can. Our thieves don't have to only steal. Maybe there's the local king or something has a law that, or bootlegging time, something like that. Maybe. Yeah, they got some really nice lined up trees. These guys took really good care at making sure they planted them. Yeah. I don't know, that doesn't seem like enough to make a big enough profit, so they're gonna grow out this way too. Yeah. Like, anybody outside of town would see this and be like, oh, cool, they just really like fruit trees. While in reality, they're making mead under the church or something. Yeah. You gotta have a good story. And I'm gonna get another farm up in this corner, because I still feel like we're gonna add more houses and these people are gonna be starving. Let's get another house here. And you know, I kind of want to have a lumber mill. Not a lumber mill, I want a workshop where these guys are going to be building barrels. So I'm going to call it a furniture workshop, kinda. It's going to be a larger building out over here. These guys got a chopping block, a couple of them. They got a well. It's very clear that what they do is they fill up barrels, they make barrels. The purpose of those barrels to any law folk would be along the lines of water barrels. They're just sending off water where they can. But we know what they're up to. They are being paid very well by the Thieves Guild. Some more houses back here. Oh gosh, my hands. Gotta stop being so shaky. Alright, let's get some more houses down here too. Oh, we need a signpost here. Yeah, just something simple like that. Kind of gives the people an idea as to, hey, you can head that way, or head on that way. And keep in mind, we still got our puzzles hidden around here, so this one is right behind there. Should be a good little passing thing. They can go and ask the furniture shop if they know why in the world there's this weird... Oh no! Did you see that? I dropped it. That's okay. Let's see. What can we do with that? Do we want to just leave it? Yeah. I think we can make it work. In fact, what we're going to do is straighten it out. Bam. Look at that. I took one house, made it into a house with a chimney and a little extra side house. Yeah, it's fine. It's alright. Accidents happen. Most importantly, I am going to do my absolute best to not just be like, okay, I messed up, crumple, throw. We're not doing that no more. We gotta stop wasting the paper and embrace the mistakes. Alright, because we've got a lot going on here already, I'm gonna say let's go ahead and start coloring in some stuff. I always like to start with the trees. Plus, I think that would help my shaky hand. Just getting some circles in. Some coloring. Oh, but let's not forget we want the big tree. This tree has got to be pink. And you know what we're gonna do to give it even a little more color? Or not color, but variation? We're gonna go like this to it. Yeah, and then we're gonna get some blue. Also, just a little decoration, just so it kind of pops. Now, let's get this main tree very pink. Oh yeah, it's gonna stand out. It's gonna be our cherry blossom tree for sure. Maybe this is a tree that the church planted when they first established the church, and they were like, we want everyone to live around our tree. And they just kept taking care of it, just like they took care of their graveyard. Yeah. And now it's the biggest tree in the area. It's a very wise tree. Alright, back to our green trees. I guess if we really wanted to, if we wanted more of a fall setting, we could do some orange and yellow trees. I'm gonna put that idea on a side note, only because I've already started green trees, and I would like to see how it kind of looks off stream before I try to make a mess in stream. Mistakes are okay, but like, I prefer to hide them if I can. Not even hide them, just I like to experiment. Most of the time off camera, so if I do something stupid, you're not catching it. But it's okay. We're working on getting into a different train of thought. No negative thoughts. Only positive. We're growing. We're exploring. We're trying new things. Let's go ahead and just listen to the music for a little bit. In fact, yeah. We're gonna transition to a different song here. Be prepared. There. Something a little bit calmer. I hope. It's called Coffee Time, so I really hope. Yeah, that's a lot better. Now, I'm gonna see how long I can be quiet for and just color. They're turning our world. Let's go ahead and start up here. Yeah, it's there. This is probably one of my favorite songs. When I played, well, growing up, I always played my Super Nintendo, and we had A Link to the Past, and I would just go sit in this town for hours just to listen to the music, and to always chase down the one little guy who always sprinted around. Even if I didn't have the boots, I was still trying. There was ways. Plus, it was the best spot to go and grind money. That little shack down in the corner, once you got your first, the bottom left-hand corner, once you got your hand on some bombs, just run in there, take out the two little mice. You didn't have to, it just, they could pay well if you threw a boomerang at them. And just go down there, collect the monies and arrows, And once you had enough rupees, you were basically good. That town was your... You could make all of your money in that game right there. The other way you could was down in the valley area. Once you got the power gloves and could throw that giant rock off the boulder. I think you also needed the hammer to get into it. It's been a little while. Kind of makes me want to go play it again. Huh. Let me know if that would be something you'd be interested in watching. If I were to stream playing A Link to the Past on my Super Nintendo, if I got it to... I think I could actually get it to plug into my computer. That would be kind of fun. However, I feel like the copyright and the music, I would have to figure out a way to work around that. Yeah, if you got ideas for it, let me know. Got those nostalgia vibes going on. So if you haven't caught on, I really like green. Words. It is my favorite color. So when I get an opportunity to draw all these wonderful trees and get to just sit here and color green, it's really relaxing to me. Now, just a heads up for you guys, I do think Aqua and I are going to try to stream some Satisfactory tonight. Nothing is set in stone. I gotta first figure out what we're going to do for dinner. But I know we do want to play Satisfactory tonight. I'm just not sure if we're streaming or not. I think we will, just because everybody's seen the progress we've been making so far. And I'd hate for there to just be a giant gap in it. I am rotating our world. I kind of made these trees a little large. They're almost as big as our nice big pink cherry blossom. I think I need to get just a couple houses like in here or something. Now it is better if you have like multiple different colors of green. I'm just trying to keep it really simple, really straightforward. One color, one thing. Because if you're brand new to the craft, the best thing you can do is use the basics, learn the basics, and grow from the basics. Like even when I play Minecraft, I will build, well, don't ever build dirt houses. That's a no-go, no bueno. But I will always try to take the basic resources, the wood, the cobblestone, and just mix them together in different ways to see how the simple and easy materials and the basic materials just form together. And once I kind of have a general idea, then I start doing detail with some of those more, quote, advanced blocks. Of course, now with Minecraft being in 1.17, with the caves and everything, oh my gosh, it is so easy to be overwhelmed with the amount of options and creativity you can go with. In fact, we may end up doing a Minecraft stream, maybe this weekend. Alright, I think we got the last of the trees here. Now, I think let's go ahead and start filling in some of our little rocks and stuff. And I also want these. This is gonna be a sturdy bridge. Ain't no bandits coming through and wrecking it. I haven't put any wells in here. They don't need wells. They've got a giant river, and they've got a furniture maker. They make barrels. Barrels full of water. They don't need no wells. They've got their own irrigation system. Yeah. Am I missing any boulders? No. Okay. Now, for our puzzle pieces here. Let's see, what kind of colors do we got? You know, we're gonna... Yeah. Our ruins are gonna be this purple. Because I feel like maybe they're crystallized. These ruins are just really, really pretty crystals that were left around here. Maybe one of them got etched into or something, or there's a creature inside one of them or something. Again, they're a puzzle that leads us to our church. And I think a pretty purple crystal just sitting in the middle of a green, very green forest area would be really cool. Let's not forget about our little hedges or flower gardens, whatever they be. I think we're just gonna go with like little hedges. And maybe our church really wanted a fountain out here. So instead of a well, they built this nice, pretty, circular well. Yeah, that's what we'll do there. Let's go with the gray. Yep. And it's just kind of more like a very large bird bath, because... Or it could be magically controlled. Nah. Big old bird bath. But they do a very good job of taking care of anything that is part of the church. This church is a very wealthy church. Considering the size of our town here. They definitely have more of the money. And instead of just filling this in with blue, I'm going to just give it some lines. Yeah. Okay, let's get some more houses out there. It's not quite as large as I would like. Actually, what we're gonna start with is they gotta be able to have a way to process some of this food. Let's give them a windmill. And I think the best way to do that, just kind of go like this. Come on out. And go on out. So they got a nice like grain mill or something like that. Just runs on wind power. And because of how this is all set up, all of that wind, this is a wind guard here. This is definitely a smaller wind guard, but it's kind of directing all of that wind towards this propeller for him. Yeah. I'm no scientist, but that's my general thought. And let's get a couple more little houses out here, just These are where the people come and work from. Now, out here, I do want this little section kind of to be more forest. It's a little thicker than the rest, yeah. And we're gonna have another road sign out here. And we're gonna have more houses. Yeah, let's get some along the river here. Also more trees. Because, oh darn. And I do apologize if my hand is blocking everything I'm drawing. I'll try to keep pulling it away. I am trying to draw at an angle, and that only works so well when you're shaky. A little larger of a house. These guys just kind of wanted to be connected somewhere to the town. They were like, yeah, put up my residence right here. Not too worried about it. Nice little tree out here. Let's get some rocks too. And I don't know, but this kind of feels a little bare. Not enough green over here. Let's get some more trees. Little trees, little trees. And I'm gonna put another chopping block out here. Did I give them a well? Is that what I did out there? I think I did. Well, well. Why did I do that? Well, they gotta be able to fill the barrel, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Or it's a crane of some sort. Okay, and at this point, I think we've pretty much filled the majority of the page. So let's go ahead and get some color in here. Again, I like going back to my greens, getting my trees done first. I was like, did I miss any trees? Yes, I did. A whole corner of them. But did I miss any on this section? No. Okay. Sometimes when you got a lot going on, you just got to take a second, review your work, and just work from one corner to the other. And keep in mind, this is never a race. You don't have to be no superstar, grand artist. You just do it because you're enjoying it. Because it gives you a little bit of peace. Or if it doesn't, that's okay too. If it's kind of stresses you out to draw, there is plenty of other things you can try to do. The most important thing is you are being healthy to yourself. Mentally healthy. Physically, you do what you want. As long as you aren't hurting anybody, ain't nobody worried about you. Mentally, though, you gotta stay as strong as you can. And it's hard. It is hard. Do we want to put a rock in our river? I think we're gonna do that. And we'll put it way out here. Nice big old rock. And it's got a little buddy of its own there. Maybe a little boop there. And a small, tiny little tree grew from the side of the rock. Yeah, there we go. Little green tree. Yeah. Oh, and with our kind of forested area down here, all we're going to do, this is this simple. So much detail can be done by just adding a little bit of extra color to it. And bam, it stands out. Okay, so there is all of our rocks and all of our trees. I'm just double checking to see if we missed any. Alright, now time to get a little more detailed. And if you saw the first drawing one we did, these little square parts, oh, they're so simple. Oh, chimney. I forgot our little chimneys need to be gray too. Let's get these colored in. And I don't think I really added any other chimneys to the area. Maybe this is a warmer area. These guys don't really need the fireplace, they just use them more for decoration. Yeah, if it gets too cold, they all go to the church. Yeah. There we go. Kind of looks more like a envelope, but that's okay. It's a hip roof. Got a lot of style and class to it. Yeah. Let's make sure our paper's in line here. Ooh, that wasn't probably the right way, but that's okay. That's okay. Should we put a tower or anything in here? Nah, it's a little more there. If we put a tower, the guards will kind of think, or any passing guards will probably think, oh, they've got something they're worried about. But truth of the matter is, the Thieves Guild in the church. That's so fun to say. But the Thieves Guild kind of has everybody protected. Ain't nobody stealing nothing. For our little warehouse here, I'm gonna do just a single, large gate. That's fine, yeah. And also just a reminder to everybody that if you do enjoy these maps, anything like that, and you want to include them in your game, have different stories for them, anything like that, that is awesome. You are more than welcome to do that. I have them all available on our Discord. That link should be down in our or down below. Yeah, might as well throw in a couple plugs, I guess. But we're super calm. We're trying to build a community where you come, you share. Nothing too aggressive, odd. I mean, no. No, I'm working on getting a healthier state of mind, and I think that this is a really good start for it. Having the creativity, the outlets. I think we're gonna separate this. This part may be a little bit taller, kind of more of a watchtower than anything, and then we're gonna have a hip roof. Yeah. More like that. So these ones where it's just a straight line, those are kind of more of your standard gable roof. Let's see here. One thing we do need to do is kind of show that our bridge is elevated. Best way to do that is just some little lines like that. Yeah. Now it looks like kind of they got steps. Let's see. What else? I would like one more tree right here. Because trees are awesome. And if you prefer to draw on Photoshop or anything like that, that's totally fine. You draw a simple little tree like this, copy and paste that sucker everywhere. Make your life as easy as possible. Alright, so that'll open that way. This part is going to be kind of more like an oval tower kind of thing. And we're just going to give it a little bit of character just by going like this. Yeah. I don't know if that's exactly how I wanted to do it, but that's okay. We're going to take this and go straight across, just like that. And it definitely has its own character. It stands out. What I want to do here, though, probably what I should have done for the church. But that's okay. Yeah. Now, we need some crops. And I'm going to use brown to do this. And we're going to just, like we did in the first one, just give them some lines. Yeah. I am going to switch to an orange here. I kind of think that a wheat field, you're going to have more of the gold, but yellow markers are the worst. The second they touch anything that isn't yellow, they become a mixture of that color. So we're going to go with orange. And these guys are a little dizzy when they were trying to line their lines up. So they did them at an angle. That's okay. It's wheat. As long as they had enough of it. Yeah, plenty of character. But this one they got straight. They decided this one they had to be a little more not functional, but I hope you can think of the words I'm thinking of, because I clearly cannot. A little longer. Okay, let's see here. We're looking good, looking good. All right, let's go to our river. It's time to make this look like water. Best way to do that, for me, is just taking little lines, little blue lines. Add so much. Gotta go around our little pile of water and our tree, yeah. And we're just gonna start on this side. And we'll work our way back on the other, yeah. And just a little more so it looks like it's flowing. Yeah, there we go. Now, for a little more detail, I want to show some pathways. That sign's going to be right in the middle of a pathway, so here's how I like to do it. I like to take my brown marker and just do little lines. Just to kind of give an idea as to the layout. But it really helps if your hand isn't as shaky as mine is right now. Now up here, I think it'll be best if we kind of just give it a little bit of a circle. I do want a path from here. Kind of just, ooh, that's gonna bother me if I do it like that, but we want something like this. Kind of so we got a little bit of a path. Probably didn't even need to do this, but that's okay. We're experimenting. We ain't worried about this one bit. We're gonna get a bit of color up there. The path will definitely kick back up over here, because we gotta get a pathway to a graveyard. Down to over here. We want a little path here. Tiny little path. Yeah. And we definitely need something going this way. Yeah. Just kind of block that off like that. This little part just kind of, oops. Okay. Perfect. And for kicks and giggles, to give a little more detail, let's get some more pebbles, stuff like this going. And in all honesty, if you really wanted to, you could also just kind of take the marker, draw a little like wagon paths. Yeah, let's go like this, like geese. A couple more. kind of like what we were doing with our rocks. It is definitely more of a kind of gravel-like road. You know, that was a little poor planning on my part. I like how I just tossed this one little... Maybe this is an outhouse of something. Yeah. But that's in the middle of the road. So is this one. It's okay. It's all good. Alright. The first thing we want to take care of is our road, because we're still working on that part. So with our roads, what I really like to do, I'm trying to remember which color I went with. Yep, it is the Harvest Gold. I normally take a color pencil for this. If you can find, like, it doesn't have to be exactly a Harvest Gold, just a very light brown or a gold color. I just kind of go from line to line, giving it a little bit of a border, making that road just kind of stand out a little bit more. Because the objective is not to paint or color. Let's stick to coloring. You don't want to fill the page. This white space is great. It helps from it for me, at least. For other people it may not, but for me it helps separate everything out. Kind of makes it not so overwhelming. And for other people it may not be what they're after, and that's okay. Now in these little spots, I'm just gonna give it a big circle of this brown, just to kind of connect the dots. Like, these are paths. This area is where a little more walking gets done, something like that. Just so it kind of pops. Now, the big part. Let's go through this whole town area, connecting everything we can. Little round area around our spots. Now, if there is a house randomly in the middle of our town in these weird spots, let's get a border around it. Just to kind of show, hey, they tried. They kind of forgot that, yeah, people walk here. Over here, we're gonna start working our way around over here. Get some brown around our rocks. Definitely some brown around our nice, beautiful crystal. Yeah. This is looking good. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. This, for me, really calming, really relaxing. And I would like to do, not really a shout out, but a call out to, this is Game Shop. Let me double check myself. Game Chops. They have got some wonderful music, and it's royalty free. Well, it's royalty free as long as you make sure that your giving them the credit they're due. And this is just such wonderful, calming, relaxing music. And they've got some other energetic music that is really good too. So I don't think we're gonna draw the dungeon today. I think after this I would like to create the leader of our church. Maybe. Or we may just mess around on Hero Forge. I'm totally content with doing that. Or we can try to draw another town map. I'm all okay with that. If you have a thought on the process, let me know, because I am super flexible. Because, like, no matter what, I'm going to be creating something. Let's get this house, this one little outhouse, a little more color. And only because I am planning on uploading these videos to YouTube. If you do enjoy the content, a little bit of a plug here, just kindly hit that like and subscribe button, and we're happy to have you. If you want more content like this, also feel free to join our Discord. Once we set up our YouTube channel, I'll have all of the links and everything in there. But yeah, our objective is to create a happy little community. A calm, relaxing community of like-minded individuals who really enjoy gaming, drawing. We got a variety of, like, I just set up our Discord, our roles for our Discord, and we've got, like, oh my goodness, my brain gave up. We've got a wide variety of, like, factory enthusiasts, city builders, art enthusiasts. I'm trying to give everybody their little creative output. Plus, we've got pictures of animals, of all of our cute, adorable, fluffy little critters. And you can also post pictures of not so fluffy critters, yes, even buggies, but it's a safe place. And that's kind of, in our ever-growing scary world, we really do need our safe places. And I'm trying to make sure that I can provide just that little bit of a safe place in some form of community. Now, I think what I want to do is get a lot of this path color around our tree here. So we're going to have people come on, they're going to walk around this tree a lot. Because this is the town's tree. This is the heart of the valley here. And maybe our Thieves Guild that's down below the church, yeah, it's a, quote, Thieves Guild, but maybe they're more peaceful. They're the Robin Hoods. Yes, they are still taking, but they're using what they take, and they support each other. I'm rotating our world around a little bit because Circles are just easier if you rotate the world. And let's give a little bit of our path around this building here too. I don't want to mess with the cemetery too much, but I do think that they want just a little path that kind of leads to this over here. Yeah. And we're going to just kind of color that in, give it a little bit of a border. Yeah. Because the path is thin enough, we're just going to kind of color it all in. Yeah. Alright, let's review here, see if we've missed anything that's really lined up with our road. Not really. Doing good. I think our bridge here, I think it's going to be a stone bridge. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of this gray. Kind of more cobblestone than anything. Just light little lines. Yeah. I don't want to do too much more than that. Actually, I kind of do. Let's give it a little bit of a brick design. Just go like that. That. Yeah, just some lines to give it a little more detail. Oh no, not entirely sold yet, but that's okay. And maybe that wasn't what I wanted to do with it. That's okay, that's okay. If I don't like it enough, what we can do, just kind of connect all of our lines up, yeah. Or I can even go back with like a pencil or something, or a colored pencil. I'm gonna just use a pencil because I got it right here in hand. Just go with a little gray right there. That's all right. Yeah. We'll kind of define where that path really starts. That's perfect. Yeah. Okay, so my color of choice when it comes to important buildings is red. If you have a different color, that's totally fine. Just find yourself 2 different shades of it, okay? I have got a mahogany and a maroon. The maroon, I want to say, is my darker one of the 2. Just gonna make a mess right there, yes. And I want I've got a light right over here, and it's pointing this way. So I'm gonna have my sun always pointing this way. So our church, that is our number 1 big building. So let's get the darker side colored first. However, now that I'm coloring with the maroon, got a kind of a bad feeling that this might be the brighter end. And if it is, it's okay. We'll find a darker color. I'm gonna put our light kind of on this side for here. Our darker, our shadow-ish. Let's go to our mahogany. Oh, thank goodness. I got it right. Yeah, this is just a nice simple way of kind of mixing up, or not mixing up, but determining, hey, which are your important buildings? So we've got our workshop over here. Let's give it some color. And that way, if you use it in D&D, these little red buildings will hopefully stand out more to the players. They'll be like, oh, well, the rest of this is all just random houses. What are in these ones? Why are they red? Why are they standing out? And this little guy is our shop. A little general store. That one's our tavern. Gotta remember that. That's our tavern. Well, I don't know. Should we? Now I'm really deciding if I want to work on the Thieves Guild. The hidden underground fortress that is our Thieves Guild in our local church here. Like everything up top, calm, sweet, very simple. Down below could be so fun. Let's give our windmill a little bit of color, going like this. Oh, you know, I think I want this painted gray. Not painted, colored. I really, really want to just paint, I guess. Our warehouse. I'm gonna rotate our world, be prepared. Our warehouse is gonna have that red, because that's gonna be a big area. Any form of local authorities are going to come and check this warehouse first, because they've heard rumors. They're not going to find anything here because they don't know the secret passwords, which are only determined by our 3 rooms. Okay, and if we review here, do we want any other little things to stand out? I kinda do. This little building here just keeps yelling at me. I don't know what I want it to be, or its purpose, but it wants some color. It's just screaming at me, just color me! Make me important. The rest of these houses, they're content, and that's okay. And I think that's almost... Oh, can't forget. Our little stumps, we're going to take an orange, our little chopping blocks. We're going to paint the, or not paint, we're going to color those all orange. Just so a little bit of color pop. These grays, these little pillar things, they gotta be gray. That's wonderful. So I think that's gonna be it for this map. If you have an idea for a name, definitely throw a comment for it. I will post it on Discord, so you can always grab it if you like. I think our best... I think what we are going to do is go ahead and transition into a little dungeon creation. And what I like to do for that is bring out graph paper. I normally start with a pencil. Now I am using it's kind of more of a regular graph paper. I do have really, really thin graph paper that for my bigger dungeons I love to use. It's like 1 inch is 10 squares. This is 1 inch is about 5 squares. Yeah, 1 by 5. Yeah, I got a ruler. Let's find out. Yep. I know my graph paper. So let's see here. We need our entrance, and our entrance is going to be, you know, where that chimney is that we had in our church. Secret little passage that's connected to it. And it opens up a doorway off to the side that leads down. What I would really like eventually is to get some isometric paper, because that could be really fun. I'm going to tilt this at a slight angle, and this will be our stairs down. That's our way in. Now, this is full of traps and everything. They can't have guards coming down or figuring this out. They can't have just random people getting down in here. So the very first thing they start off with is this very large maze-like structure. And we're just gonna do some lines all over and just kind of build a fun little maze. We'll have traps all over it, stuff like that. I am using a pencil, so if this is not showing up all that well, it is not showing up all that well. Let's go ahead and just go straight into a brown. If we make mistakes, it's okay. We are professional. No, we're not, but that's okay. We are not afraid of a mistake. Let's create a little maze thing here, and like this one, it's just going to circle all the way back around. Its only objective is to get the players back to where they start. And if you use this dungeon on like something where you can add a fog or something like that, oh, it'd be perfect. And you can definitely zoom in, make each of these squares in a 5 foot by 5 foot area. I like going small and expanding. But every DM does their own thing, and that's why Dungeons and Dragons is so fun. So there's no right or wrong way. It's just the way. This is the way. I'm sorry, I had to. Nice big maze, and we're gonna have traps all over this thing. Ain't nobody coming through here without making some form of save. This is actually going to lead to a small room back here. And they're going to think that that's all they've got. But now, the fun part. They make it through this tiny little maze, full, and I mean full. I want traps everywhere. They take a wrong turn, bam, problems. They walk straight into this great big room here. Yeah. And it's gonna have little stands and stalls all around it, because this is where they'll bring their goods. And what I'm going to do is there is going to be a secret little walkway or entrance. So the people who know about it can skip the dangerous dungeon and get here. Now, right here is a big solid door. You don't have the key, you ain't getting in. And that's a stone door too. The crystals on our pillars and stuff are gonna be the keys to unlocking what's behind it. And kind of like Aladdin, they had the King of Thieves. I want a big throne right there. Let's go ahead and pull this about 3 blocks out. And a nice large kind of a gathering hall slash eating room. Again, if you've ever played like Dungeon Keeper, you gotta have your hatchery or your tavern where all your people eat. And then we definitely need sleeping quarters. Nice big long hall of sleeping quarters. And mind you, we're right now underground going this way. So we aren't hitting water for a while. Actually, we won't hit water at all, because I kind of tend to find ourselves a nice little stopping spot before then. And like that's going to be a shelving unit where we're going to have beds around here, the barracks, they sleep there. We need a cellar. These guys are getting their barrels down the stairs. They're taking their secret path. They're getting it over to here. And they are hauling these barrels into this large cellar down here. Yeah. And this way they've got kind of more of a lounge than anything. Maybe a tavern slash gambling hall, kind of a hangout spot. Yeah. This church, the Thieves Guild itself. This is wonderful. Now, I'm gonna turn it a little more this way because we're gonna start one long path going straight on through over to here. And what we're gonna do is I want this 5 there by 4. We're gonna give it an outline here. I think I can go one more. Yep. Gonna give it a little path here. little stairway that actually leads into this area. And what this area is a fighting pit. A training, fighting. This is where our guys come down to work out conflicts or problems and challenge each other and train. And of course, this way, we're gonna have a nice like armory. So if you make it into this Thieves Guild, you're set. You're solid. Alright. So I went with brown for our walls there, only because I feel like a lot of it'll be kind of more dirt than anything. But what I'm going to do now is actually just take a pen. And I like to give my outlines a little bit of, what is it called? Hashing. And I just do 3 or 4 little lines going back and forth like so. Just to kind of give it a little bit of a It's been a while since I've done this. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Honestly, I don't know if my hands are doing this right. Like, I am still rather shaky. And I've had food. So, like, come on. Please work. Oh yeah, this is exactly how I do it. Now that I remember. Yeah. Anywhere right beside a wall, you give it some hashes. You try to keep them do 2 short, 1 long. And if you end up accidentally doing 3 long, it is what it is. We ain't worried about it. I like to just skip every other one. That way we've got some variations. I mean, if you really wanted to, you can just kind of shade it all in or anything like that. I just like doing this. Okay, and really quick here, what I'm going to do, only because we've listened to the same soundtrack, there's only 10 songs, and we've listened to it quite a bit. Go over to there we go. This one's based around Animal Crossing, which I have not played yet. I need to. However, I don't know if I am ready to put that amount of time into another game, because I've still got a ton of other things to be playing. But I've definitely watched videos on it, and it is super cute. I also gotta keep track of our time. At about 3 o'clock, I would like to try to be done and continue a couple little things I've got to do around the house. Plus a healthy break before we stream tonight, if we stream tonight. It's always good and helpful. You know, I probably should have started with like detail in the dungeon first, but you know, we'll aim for just getting the outline done. I'm 90% certain that was a dog bark. Did you hear that? I think it was actually part of the song. It is a dog bark. That's adorable. Sorry, kind of noticed my hands are in the way again. We're just gonna flip our world. I really hope these are standing out. I've just realized I haven't looked at the screen in a hot minute. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Oh, hi, Chew. Are you still sleeping, buddy? Yeah. He's really tired. We did some playtime a little before streaming. I had to do dishes, and when I do dishes, I love to like throw on Piano Man or some Meatloaf and just belt it out. I don't even care. As loud as possible. And then I go and I grab Chewy and we start dancing and playing, and poor kid. But it keeps me entertained. As soon as I'm done with the dishes, I feel like I did good. I get to do the dancing and stuff with Chewy. But I think he's kind of tired of my crap right now. Because he's sleeping and he just keeps turning his butt to me. I won't lie, this music is kind of putting me to sleep too. Kind of nice and relaxing, just what we need. If I fall asleep and just see my hand just start going like that, yeah, I'm out. My bad. Somebody else end the stream for me. Report abuse. Streamer fell asleep on stream. Not okay. That is one way to get 8 hours though, real quick. Well, quick for me, not for you guys. And the nice part about streaming this is, once we put it on YouTube, just speed this way up. And what we may do is I'll do a second stream where we fill this. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go ahead and kind of call it quits for now, once we get this part all done. Oh, I did, guys, I did. We didn't catch it. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's all good. And if you didn't catch it, don't look for it. It's alright. It doesn't exist. We are going to fill this one in because I want this to be very clearly what it is not. I have words. Be hard. Well, they are hard. That's the problem. Okay, so, and we're going to label this one. This is the Thieves Guild. If you have an idea for a name for it, that will be awesome. I before E, except after C. 28 years old and I still can't remember this part. That's okay. Wonderful, and we will come back to that guy a little later. With this one, I don't think I've thought of a name yet. So I'm gonna get these both posted onto Discord. If you have an idea for a name, definitely give me some suggestions there. And with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and start transitioning into the end of our stream. So I want to again thank everybody here for watching the stream, and if you really once this is on YouTube, if you do enjoy this content, want to see more of it, please like and subscribe, but by no means do you have to. Everything will be listed in the links below. So with that, again, a huge thank you, and you guys have yourselves a wonderful day.